Welcome back to another episode of Eager English. In today's episode, we will be looking at the verb to sleep. Now, the verb to sleep means, according to Google, the resting state in which the body is not active and the mind is unconscious, yada yada yada. But in reality, we all know that that means, simply put. However, let's look a little deeply into sleep by adding these prepositions. Not too many, not too bad. Alright, but if you're new to my channel, this is how it goes. So I'm going to explain each preposition with the verb, making it a phrasal verb, starting from what I would consider is easiest to understand to hardest to understand. But all of them are totally comprehensible, and by sticking along through the video, you should understand them fairly easily. Let's start. Now, the first preposition with to sleep is to sleep in. This means to wake up later than usual. So, very easy. If you sleep at a certain time and then you sleep past that time, and you wake up later, then you slept in. For example, the high school does not have school tomorrow because of the national holiday. You know what that means? I'm going to sleep in. Everybody loves sleeping in, I'm pretty sure. No school, I don't have to wake up early, I'm not going to wake up early. Next one, to sleep over. To sleep over means to sleep somewhere that isn't your house and you are a guest. So this does not mean a hotel or on the street or in the mountains. It means at another person's house. So this could be your family member, your friend, your boss's house. It could be any other house that's not your own, but it has to be a house. For example, her friend sleeps over despite her parents not allowing it. So, her friend sleeps over means her friend sleeps over at her house. It automatically implies it's the person, the main person's house. So, her friend sleeps over at her house, her own house, despite her parents not allowing it. So, that may happen. Your parents may not want your friend to sleep over, but in this case, her friend did. Another example, you could sleep over every day if you moved closer to me. So, if your friend moves closer to you, it makes sense that they would be able to sleep over more because moved closer, they're able to come over to your house more. So, next one, to sleep around. To sleep around means to have sexual relations with other people. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but it's typically used in a bad context or with a negative connotation. For example, I wouldn't suggest sleeping around with randos. So, sleeping around, having these intimate sexual relationships with randos. Randos is short for random people, or it just means random people. The next phrasal verb, to sleep on. Now, warning, to sleep on is very, very colloquial, and it's mainly used within teenager lingo. It means to give something very little attention, or you could even say ignore. For example, you guys are sleeping on this new video game. In other words, you guys are not giving enough attention to this video game. I'm implying that this video game is really, really good. Another similar example. You're sleeping on my new shoes. My shoes are super cool. Pay more attention to them is what I'm saying. You're sleeping on my new shoes. And that is it. Let's move on to the exercises. Let's put up the exercises. Here are the exercises. Pause the video, figure them out. All right, we're back. So, first one. Why are you sleeping with people you don't know? Now, number one can actually be left alone. The implication of sleeping in this context already means you're having sexual relations. But to spice up your English vocabulary, you can add in around. Why are you sleeping around with people you don't know? With the preposition, it makes sense. Without the preposition, it also has the same exact meaning. Number two, we have to leave early tomorrow. Do not sleep. Do not sleep in. Do not sleep past the time you are supposed to. In other words, wake up early. Wake up early. Number three, do you want to sleep? I have an extra bed. Do you want to sleep over? I have an extra bed. So the extra bed part already tells you that it's over. I want you to sleep at my house. There's room for you. In this case, I have an extra bed for you. Number four, they tried to sleep, but I wouldn't let them. I removed their blankets, opened the blinds, and slammed the door on the way out. Now here, they tried to sleep in, but I wouldn't let them. So the second sentence is trying to hint at the point that I don't want them to sleep anymore. I removed their blankets, opened the blinds, and slammed the door, which means close the door very aggressively so that they don't sleep in. Hopefully they woke up. Now it's time for the bonus expressions. Let's get into it. To get one's beauty sleep means to sleep well. It means to sleep like a princess. For example, ever since I got a job, I haven't been getting my beauty sleep. Poor thing. Ever since I got a job, I have not been sleeping well. That's what that means. I've not been sleeping like a princess. Next expression, to be in a deep sleep. This means to not be awoken easily. If you are in a deep sleep, you cannot be woken up easily because you are dreaming deeply, because you are comfortable, because there's something within you that is preventing you from waking up. For example, he hadn't believed in hypnosis until it put him into a deep, deep sleep. Now in this example, I emphasize deep by putting two deeps. And hypnosis is like, ooh. That's hypnosis. So, next expression. To sleep with one eye open. This is figurative. It does not literally mean to sleep with one eye open, obviously, or else it would not be an expression. It means to be wary of one's surroundings, or to take caution, to be careful. For example, Jack and Jill heard about a burglary happening in their neighborhood. Recently, they've been sleeping with one eye open. Well, unfortunately for them, when they go to sleep, they lock the doors, they open the blinds so they can see outside, they put security cameras up, they take all sort of precautions to prevent a burglary happening to them. So they keep one eye open. They are being very, very wary. Last expression, to sleep tight. Now, to sleep tight is sort of similar to get one's beauty sleep. However, to sleep tight just means to sleep comfortably. It means that If you're in your bed and you're sleeping tight, that means that you're just comfortable, wrapped in your blankets, pillow, and everything. For example, sleep tight. If you use sleep tight, you will almost always only use it as a command. Sleep tight, sleep comfortably, that's it. Alright, thank you for watching the whole video. This one wasn't too bad. We learned some very good things, but don't forget, if you stay confused, if there's something you're confused about, you can just ask for clarification in the comments. I'll get back to you on that as soon as I can. You can recommend English topics, anything you'd like, and see you on the next one.